Imagine standing before one of the most extraordinary feats of engineering in human history, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Towering against the desert horizon, this ancient monument has captivated the imaginations of countless individuals. But what lies behind the sheer magnitude of this architectural wonder? How did the ancient Egyptians erect such massive structures with the limited technology of their time? You might be wondering, what secrets did they hold on to that allowed them to build these colossal pyramids? Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into 10 surprises about Egypt's pyramid building methods that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. To begin our journey, let's start with something that may send chills down your spine. The construction of these pyramids was not solely the work of slaves, as popular culture has led many to believe. This popular misconception has persisted for centuries. Instead, the labor force consisted largely of skilled workers who were well-fed, housed, and compensated for their efforts. Here's something you didn't expect: a substantial community of laborers would flock to the pyramid sites, driven by the allure of steady jobs. They were often seasonal workers, drawn from various skilled trades across Egypt and potentially even from surrounding areas. These workers were involved in a variety of tasks, ranging from quarrying stones to transporting them across the desert and expertly assembling them into the great structures we see today. Now, let's talk about the surprising ways the Egyptians transported these massive stones. Many assume that large stones were dragged across the sand, but innovative techniques were employed to make this arduous task more manageable. You might be wondering, what could have possibly made this easier? One of the most groundbreaking discoveries suggests that they used water to lubricate the sand in front of the sleds carrying the heavy stones. A recent experimental study shows that just a few liters of water could reduce friction dramatically, allowing teams of workers to haul stones weighing several tons with surprising ease. Imagine the scene: laborers working in unison, singing songs to keep their spirits high, as fellow workers splash water ahead of them, transforming the gritty sand into a more manageable surface. But how did the ancient Egyptians manage to keep such precise alignments and angles? You might think they relied solely on crude tools, but that couldn't be more inaccurate. The pyramids were meticulously planned, executed using some incredibly sophisticated tools of the time. The Egyptians used simple but effective instruments like the plumb bob and leveling instruments known as merkits that allowed them to create remarkable precision in their designs. Using geometric principles, they calculated angles and ensured every corner was aligned with the cardinal points. Here's something you didn't expect: the Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with astonishing precision to true north, with an error margin of just 0.067 degrees. How did they achieve such exactness without modern technology? The answer lies in their deep understanding of astronomy and geometry, combined with persistent trial and error over generations. Speaking of precision, let's turn our focus to a surprising feature: the internal structure of the pyramids. You might envision a straightforward design, but the pyramids took on complex designs with intricate passageways and chambers. Each pyramid's internal layout was uniquely crafted with a series of chambers that showcased brilliant engineering. For instance, in the Great Pyramid of Giza, there's a hidden chamber recently discovered, which had baffled historians until advanced radar technology confirmed its existence. What secrets does it hold? The precise function remains unclear, but theories abound, hinting at it being a potential burial chamber or a purposeful structural component designed to alleviate weight. As we unravel these secrets, we can't ignore the role of labor in pyramid construction. Contrary to the concept of an overwhelming army of workers, it was more so a celebrated task for many involved. You might be surprised to learn that the construction of a pyramid was often viewed as a religious and patriotic service to the pharaoh. This wasn't just labor, it was a form of devotion. The workers believed that by contributing to these magnificent constructions, they were ensuring their own immortality. Laborers dedicated themselves to a divine purpose, and many were later buried nearby in worker cemeteries, indicating their significant contribution to these monumental projects. But what about the materials used? Here's something truly eye-opening. The vast majority of the blocks used in these constructions weren't quarried from far-off lands, but were sourced locally. Limestone, granite, and basalt were readily available in proximity to the sites. Blocks were precisely cut and transported, but it's still astonishing to think that such massive structures could be created with materials lying just beneath their feet. Granite blocks, used in inner chambers, were transported from quarries over 800 kilometers away in Aswan. The Egyptians utilized the Nile River for transportation, demonstrating remarkable ingenuity with their understanding of logistics, utilizing the river's seasonal flooding to float massive stone blocks downriver. What comes next will leave you speechless, a deep dive into what holds these pyramids up. A common understanding is that heavy stones are simply stacked upon one another, but the Egyptians understood the concepts of weight distribution and stability remarkably well. The design met geological features, with pyramids often built on bedrock, and the stones were cut in such a way that they created interlocking beams, distributing weight like a modern construction technique. Each layer was slightly smaller than the one beneath it, creating a true engineering marvel achievable with simple tools. As we move along, let's reflect on a shocking discovery: advanced surveying techniques that perhaps rivaled those of the Middle Ages or even later periods. Evidence suggests that Egyptians had developed a rudimentary form of surveying using stars to benchmark distances accurately. They employed a method involving a merkit, a stick placed vertically in the ground, helping them ascertain the sun's position and track changes throughout the day. This method enabled them to establish straight lines, angles, and exact measurements, long before the modern surveying instruments showed up. But have you ever considered who the audience for these brilliant architectural displays was? The pyramids weren't merely tombs but monumental symbols meant to send a loud message about the power, divine order, and eternal legacy of the pharaohs. This leads us to the easiest, yet perhaps the most profound aspect of pyramid construction: their true purpose. You might be wondering, is it all just about burial? In some aspects, yes, but the pyramids served as a physical manifestation of the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife, representing the heavens and their divine authority over the people. Finally, let's explore the grand finale, the secret of how the pyramids still stand after thousands of years of natural wear and tear. This might sound unbelievable, but the Egyptians leveled these structures against the elements with a profound comprehension of nature's forces. The limestone casing stones, polished to perfection, refracted sunlight, creating a brilliant shine that could be seen from miles away, literally illuminating their legacy. Many of these casing stones have since been removed, but their underlying core still resonates with their ancient glory. Witnessing the scale of such architectural prowess, one can't help but understand how they've transcended time and technological limitations. Now, as we reach the end of our exploration, it's essential to consider the overarching impact of the pyramids on modern society. They incite a sense of curiosity that spurs continuous research and discussion. You might wonder if everything we've revealed has altered your perception. It undeniably reshapes our understanding of ancient Egyptian civilization and its ingenuity. Even today, archaeologists and historians are learning more about these enigmatic structures, uncovering timeless secrets. The remarkable construction methods of Egypt's pyramids reveal not only architectural brilliance but also a profound connection between the workmen and their beliefs, the advanced knowledge possessed by these ancient societies, and the labor that built a legacy. the pyramids stand not merely as a testament to engineering skill but as an enduring symbol of human spirit and ingenuity. If there's a takeaway from our journey through these 10 surprising facts, it's this: the next time you gaze upon the pyramids, remember, they represent the culmination of passionate dedication, spiritual beliefs, and communal determination. They remind us of the complexities of ancient societies, ever capable of rising like their grand structures, pushing boundaries, etching their mark upon history. So, as we close this chapter, remember, these buildings are not merely stones stacked high in the desert, they are the legacy of a civilization that continues to inspire wonder in our contemporary world. Isn't it incredible how one structure can hold so many secrets? What mysteries might lie beneath the sands waiting to be discovered? The adventure never truly ends.